In today's video, we are going to be talking about Tyler Herro and his step back shot. Tyler Herro is one of the better players on the Miami Heat, and of course, we really need to break down his step back because, of course, that is one of his go-to moves. Let's get down and let's check out Tyler Herro. Okay, so what we are going to be looking at really quickly is one of his most utilized step backs, and that is off of a killer crossover. Why is this so important of a move, and why is it so killer? Well, first off, when he does this killer crossover, he takes a step into it, which is what you should do in a killer crossover. You cross over, you make it look like you're going to be jabbing or driving towards one side, in this case it's the right side, which then drops that defender's left foot. Next, we can also see that the right foot of that defender is on his heel. This defender is not expecting Tyler Herro to do too much. He's actually probably expecting Tyler Herro to then attack off of the left side. So that's essentially what we are getting to. And we can take this guess because now this defender has taken such a wide step left, backwards, and has his butt way back. Why is this important? Well, his balance is no longer there. He has a right leg that's almost straight and a left leg that's slightly bent, which tells me that he is expecting Tyler Herro to drive towards that left side. He can drop that right foot and he'll be able to keep up and give him pressure. However, that's what we see here. He really thought that, of course, Tyler Herro was going to attack that left side. And that is what a killer crossover sometimes will do, especially if you do it a lot. It's going to make that defender think you're going to drive left. He'll just start getting into position to just basically give you pressure towards the left side. Not to mention that when you're on your heels on defense, it's just extremely bad defense, and you should never do that as a defender. But what Tyler Herro does here is he does a killer crossover right in front, and then he uses that right leg to then jab ahead. This is important because now he knows that this defender was already thinking that this defender was going to guard him going left. Now, by Tyler Herro jabbing that right foot in front, so jab right, left step small, right jab forward. Now what he's going to do here is take a quick step back. Now when he does this jab forward, he's able to stay on the balls of his feet, basically on his toes. This is going to allow him to spring backwards faster. Why does this happen? Well, like I've said in a lot of other videos, your calf muscle is a fast twitch muscle. It allows you to react faster. That's why you always tell defenders, or we always tell defenders, to stay on your toes. You're able to stick with your defender or your player that you're defending much easier. Now, by pushing off on his toes, he's able to get a little bit more distance. Too bad he couldn't get just a bit more because he could have got a 3 instead of a 2 here. But now, this defender is in recovery mode. He's now sprinting after Tyler Herro. Now, if this player was down a bit lower, Tyler Herro could have just done a quick hesitation and then attacked back. But instead, this player is pretty well straight up. He knows that Tyler Herro is going to be shooting it. So Tyler Herro goes up for his shot because this player isn't low enough to do a quick hesitation. In which case, Tyler Herro is able to go up for that shot. Now, Tyler Herro has a very good shot. I've broken down his shooting mechanics before, but with that killer crossover, that jab step back, what we're going to be looking at is also his head is looking at that rim the whole entire time. From there on, he's looking at that rim. He's already basically set up for the aim. Now, what makes him be able to shoot over this defender is how he's able to release that ball off of his step back. Off of his step back, we see that his shoulders are in line with his knees in the ground. Usually with a set shot, you would have your toes also in line. But with a step back, you're going to be having your body on an angle forward towards the rim. Now, when you go up for your shot, you want to release that ball before you get to your top of your shot. So he was able to release that ball 1 frame, 2 frames, and 3 frames, 4, 5. There's the point. That's the top of his jump right there. he was able to release that ball before he got to the top of his jump, which is something that you can do. Not all trainers will teach you or coaches will teach you this. They'll say, try to release that ball right at the top of your jump. But if you're trying to shoot over a player, you need to release that ball faster. And by having your body angled towards the rim, that's going to give you power, enough power hopefully, to be able to release that ball faster and earlier so that you can get that ball out of your hands before that defender is able to block your shot. Also remember, when you shoot a step back with a defender, you really want to lock that elbow. That's going to give you more arc and power on your shot, but also gets that ball up higher and harder to block as well. If you are a player looking to do more step backs like Tyler Herro, like James Harden, like Kyle Lowry, and all the other players who do the step back, I hope that this breakdown really helps you be able to shoot over more defenders. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.